I'm the CEO of VMV Hypoallergenics. We make the safest, most proven effective care on the planet, and we're here to save the world's skin. What we do is we eliminate all 109 current count top contact allergens from our formulations based on independently published research. And we have a validated hypoallergenic rating system where if you see the VH number, and if it says VH minus 109 over 109, that means all 109 allergens are absent from the formulation. If you've had a patch test and know your specific allergens, you can use different ratings, different VH ratings, and just look on the back. We always mark if there's a contact allergen that's been included. As well, it's usually considered the holy grail to get one clinical study published in a peer-reviewed journal. Thanks to our founding dermatopathologist, who is also my mom, we have over 80 at this point. So yeah, we take it all very seriously, safety and efficacy. Today we're going to be talking about Mask Acne and how to avoid it and treat it. But before we get into that, do not forget to click subscribe, click on the little bell to make sure you don't miss out on new content that we're putting out every week. And don't forget to catch our live streams as well. So today we're going to be talking about Mask Acne, which is actually a relatively new condition that's become popular because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Skin reactions and irritations due to health work or due to protective equipment is not necessarily new. Surgical gloves, for example, contain dyes, latex, and rubbers, which are top contact allergens. Frequent hand washing alone can cause different types of hand irritations and dermatitis. In fact, it's gotten so bad that the European Task Force on Contact Dermatitis recently released a statement talking about the increase in contact dermatitis during the age of COVID and reminding people to try to stay safe by frequent hand washing, doing all the things you need to do, but also making sure to try to avoid other things that could trigger allergic reactions or more irritations than necessary. So this means things like using an allergen-free hand wash, for example, and trying to reduce your exposure to allergens because we're so exposed to so many allergens and irritants as it is, be it irritants like alcohol or chlorine and disinfectants and stuff. Quick note here, acne is very multifactorial and can be caused by friction. It can be caused by comedogens in your skincare, particularly under a mask where it's so hot and humid and occlusive. So as you sweat, those comedogens come out and clog pores. But acne, you actually also need irritation, inflammation, possibly infection to also happen. So in addition to not using comedogens, you also have to not use acnegens or allergens, which can irritate the pore, cause inflammation, and cause acne. Different types of masks, and you see a lot of irritations that sort of come from wearing these things, right? So you'll see abrasions that can come just from the friction of the material. One of the things that causes mask acne is just the contact and the pressure and the friction of these different, you're not gonna hear me, these different materials against your skin, right? Just that friction, just that constant contact can be enough to irritate the skin enough to cause bumps or acne. So the first thing we're going to suggest is if you're using a mask and you're noticing mask acne bumps really that are starting to happen, a good thing you can try doing is putting a clean, soft, white or uncolored, completely unbleached, unchlorinated cloth in between the pressure points of the mask and your skin. So on something like this, it would be, you'd fold it like a small piece of cloth right there. Not a handkerchief, because you want to be able to breathe, but a small piece of cloth here in the tighter areas to try to prevent some of that friction. Mask acne can also be caused by other stuff that's potentially allergenic, like some antibacterials that are in masks. So you want to avoid those as well. The other thing you might want to do if you're using a reusable mask, a cloth mask, is pick lighter colors Dark colors tend to be top contact allergens and often will require chemicals called mordants, which are related to metals, to help colors bind better to the material. And those are top contact allergens. So when shopping for reusable cloth masks, look for very soft material, look for lighter, paler colors, or even totally natural material that is organic, unbleached, hasn't been treated with chlorine, and has no dye. Then wash those masks in an allergen-free hair and body wash or an allergen-free laundry soap. We have one called Fawn and Launder. Superwash also works. Clark Wash also works, all allergen-free. And that might be able to help at least reduce the contact to allergens and irritants in your mask. Whoops. Okay. The other thing to do is be far more vigilant about using non-comedogenic, non-acnegenic cleansers. So we have cream cleansers in this line, the Super Skincare line, and we also have scrubs. If your skin is feeling irritated, opt for the cream cleanser, and this comes in variants for your skin type, dry, oily, or combination. What I actually use is the cleanser from this line. This is actually the aftershave salve, but the cleanser for this is lovely, very soothing and allergen-free and comedogen-free. Another thing to keep in mind is that there are different types of maskne. It can be from the irritation of the mask, like we talked about. It can be from using comedogenic or acnegenic products. It can also be something called halogen acne, which is a sensitivity to halogens like chloride, fluoride, which we're getting a lot of these days. So a fluoride-free, dye-free, flavor-free, a lot of flavors are contact allergens. Toothpaste is a great option. And other things that can cause maskne are an overgrowth of the Malassezia fungus in your skin. It lives naturally in our skins normally, but it can kind of go on overdrive because we're under these masks where it's hot and humid and can sweat more, and that fungus feeds on sweat. So if that's an issue, you might want to add to your skincare regimen the Id Monolaurin gel, which is great for monolaurin is such a great broad spectrum antimicrobial, and it hits Malassezia as well. So sweat acne, it's a great treatment. So you would do far gentler hair and body wash, your cleanser without comedogens, acnegens. You would maybe switch your toothpaste if you're seeing the maskne here, and then you would follow with Id Monolaurin gel. If you have larger cysts, the Red Better Spot Corrector is a great option as well because it's less drying than most treatments. And then if you happen to notice that in addition to the bumps you're seeing flaking, get yourself some Red Better Calm the Heck Down balm to deal with the inflammation, and or which also ups your antimicrobial protection, Nowood oil or Oils Well, which are clinically published organic virgin coconut oils. Oils Well also has monolaurin, which is awesome. Another thing that can cause maskne is an overgrowth of Demodex mites. Again, these creatures live naturally in our skins and are usually quite happy, but because of the unique situations of this environment that we're exposed to now in the pandemic, with a mask on for hours, etc., they can kind of go a little bonkers. So for that, make sure you talk to your dermatologist to get an accurate diagnosis of what's going on here. Is it because of the friction with the material of your mask? Is it a possible contact dermatitis because of the materials of your mask? Is it just a lot of sweat in a humid environment and therefore more clogged pores, in which case, switching to non-comedogenic, non-allergenic options is really helpful. Is it an overgrowth of the Malassezia fungus, in which case Id Monolaurin gel can really help? Is it Demodex mites? So, and also, could it be stress, lack of sleep, freaking out over the pandemic? These are all things that can be factors, and as we always say, acne is really multifactorial. It's hardly ever just one thing. So it's a good idea to talk to your dermatologist and get a good diagnosis, and prevention is key. So that's it. Thank you very much for listening. I hope that helps you better understand what maskne is and can be, how to treat it, how to prevent it. And yeah, if you would like to learn more about acne, we have great live streams on that. We have live streams on other topics as well, so make sure you subscribe to our channel and click the little notification button so you don't miss other great content on skin. Thank you very much.